These are the words of the famous atheist philosopher of the 20th century Anthony Flew. Moving on from the parable, it is time for me to lay my cards on the table to set out my own views and the reasons that support them. I now believe the universe was brought into existence by an infinite intelligence. I believe this universe as intricate laws manifest what scientists have called the mind of God. I believe that life and reproduction originate in a divine source. What do I believe this, given that I expounded and defended atheism for more than half-century? The short answer is this: this is the world picture as I see it that has emerged from modern science. Science spotlights three dimensions of nature that point to God. The first is the fact that nature obeys laws. The second is the dimension of life of intelligently organized and purpose-driven beings who rose from matter. The third is the very existence of nature. But it is not science alone that has guided me. I have also been held by renewed study of the classical philosophical arguments. My departure from atheism was not occasioned by any new phenomenon or argument. How's the last 2 decades my whole framework of thought has been in a state of migration. This was a consequence of my continuing assessment of the evidence of nature. And finally came to recognize the existence of God. It was not a paradigm shift, because my paradigm remains as Plato in his Republic scripted his Socrates to insist, we must follow the argument wherever it leads. You might ask how I, the philosopher, could speak to issues treated by scientists. The best way to answer this is with another question. Are we engaging in science of philosophy here? When you study the interaction of two physical bodies, for instance 2 subatomic particles, you are engaged in science. When you ask how it is the Tao subatomic particles or anything physical could exist and why, you're engaged in philosophy. When you draw philosophical conclusions from scientific data, then you are thinking as a philosopher. In these words, Anthony Flew shared his conversion story out of atheism to belief in God. This quote is taken from his book, There Is a God: How the World's Most Notorious Atheist Changed His Mind.